7 competitors here lining up for the first round of the men's beach flags, and some of the best exponents of this art in this particular sport on display here today, including 3-time world champion Morgan Foster from Canterbury, sensationally eliminated in one of the earlier rounds last year, and the national champion as well, Paul Cracroft-Wilson. So some big guns here today as they go face down into the sand.
Yeah, the rope getting pulled away now, so getting really close to a start. There's Paul Cracroft-Wilson.
Alongside of him, Daniel Harris. And who's going to miss out first time here? Only one to miss out, and looks like it could be the man from Hawke's Bay. Yes, James Thompson. He got trapped behind the field there, 5 metres from the flags, and he had no show. He knew it. I don't know even whether he bothered to go down because he was left high and dry. And so our first casualty is James Thompson from Hawke's Bay. We're down to 6.
Morgan Foster there, one of the favourites, and 3 times world champion. And a good old fireman working there in the Hamilton regions.
Andrew Webber from Auckland there, and also Paul Cracroft-Wilson. There he is, the man, arch rival, I guess, for Morgan Foster. As they go down into the sand. Little sniff of the hand and away they go. Oh, well and truly left behind here by the look of it is the Bay of Plenty competitor, yes, Sven Hodkinson. He was in the final last year, but he just did not get into this race at all. A very slow start.
You know what, I think if we slow that down there, Brendan, and have a look at the replay, that's actually Ben Willis that gets up quite slow. And he actually misses the start, it looks like there. He misses the start and he's very, very slow. He's very lucky to be through. One of our favourites, Ben Willis.
You never know, you make one small error here. Too slow with the start, or you get caught behind, you get caught away from the flags, people in front of you, and you're gone. So it is full concentration. A lot of things to worry about here in a very short space of time. Cracroft-Wilson, Harris, Ben Willis, Andrew Webber, and Morgan Foster still in there. And who's going to miss out? I think it is the Aucklander. Yes, again, he was left high and dry early on in the piece. He knew he was out of it, I suspect, within 5 or 10 metres. That's the Aucklander, Andrew Webber. He didn't even try. He was so far away from the action at the end of that race. And so the Aucklander is gone. We are down to 4.
Yeah, and Ben Willis certainly having a better start that time and making up for his mistake in the last one. Maybe that was the shock that he needed. He perhaps needed that little, that little hiccup, I guess, in the other round, and now he's focused.
It's the young Wellingtonian, Ben Willis. Can he upset the big names here? He's had a bit of luck so far through 1 or 2 of the early rounds, but very good performance in the last round from Ben Willis have got him into the final 4. Here we go. Off we go, and it looks as if it could be Daniel Harris that's going to miss out. Yes, Harris, he wasn't in the league of the other 3. Ben Willis, the young guy from Wellington, hanging in there with the big 2, Morgan Foster and Paul Cracroft-Wilson. And Foster looking very impressive here, Corey.
Yeah, I tell you what though, Brendan, those 3 boys, you couldn't separate those 3. That was an amazing start and finish for those guys. Daniel, I mean, he would be happy with that result, getting 4th. He was 3rd here last year, so maybe one backward step, but certainly those 3 boys looking fantastic at the moment and really shaping up for the big one.
Probably overall, I guess you'd say, Corey, the top 3 here left to battle out these last 3 spots.
Yeah, absolutely, Brendan. Actually, arguably probably the top 3 in the world at the moment. Both Paul and Morgan, I know, certainly over in Australia and racing well. And Morgan, 3 times world champion, so it doesn't get much better than him. And Paul Cracroft-Wilson.
And here's the favourite, Morgan Foster. As we said, 3 times he's been the world champion, but didn't win this event last year. Paul Cracroft-Wilson, his arch rival. Ben Willis might spoil the party. He's had a very good competition to date out there on the left in the black and yellow colours of Wellington. Willis, Foster and Cracroft-Wilson. And who's going to miss out? It could be the youngster. Yes! There was no way Foster was going to allow him anywhere near that flag as he cut him right out. And it's down as we expected, and I guess as a lot of people hoped and prayed for, the big 2 in the world, Foster and Cracroft-Wilson for the final.
Yeah, Morgan Foster lightning fast then. You could just see how quickly he gets up. That was an amazing start from him. And I tell you what, that would have, I think that would have affected Paul a little bit, knowing just how fast Morgan. He's been out of the sport for about a year. He's come back into it. He's been training really, really hard, and I think it's really paying off for him at the moment.
So much here depends on that start. You've got to literally explode out of the sand. Sure, you need the speed through the race, but the start's everything.
Yeah, that's right. These 2 are actually amazing at this discipline. These 2 have been going hammer at tongue each other for probably about the last 4 or 5 years now. Morgan probably more accolades in the way of titles, 3 times world champion, although Paul Cracroft-Wilson quite often spoils a party for Morgan in here in New Zealand, and he is the national champion at the moment, so great to see these two made it right through to the stage, and exactly what the crowd want down here in the DHL sandpit.
One shot at this. They're in the starters' hands, chasing one lonely flag, sitting in the soft sand. And away they go, and a very good start there by Cracroft-Wilson, but Foster, with a blinding turn of speed, he got there, but even after he'd got his hand on it, Paul Cracroft-Wilson hung in there, and he tried to almost wrestle the flag away from Morgan Foster, but the world champion, and look how pumped he is. Is he pleased or what?
Yeah, he was like a thief in the night then, wasn't he? He just got his hand on that bat and there was no way he was going to let it go. So you could just see how fast Morgan got up there, and that was a fantastic start for him. And he just got his shoulder in front of Paul, as you can see, and I think that was the difference. Morgs, mate, you're one of my favourite competitors, bud. You really, you wear your heart on your sleeve. You do it for Canterbury every time. You really wanted to win that.
Yeah, today I had a bit of pressure on me from other boys, and they've been in slightly better form than me leading up to this, but thought I'd get there in the end. It might have been a case of too much speed work and not enough weights for the other boys.
Here it is. One Greg Murphy racing jacket is up for grabs. The question, who won the men's beach flags? Surf A, Surf B or Surf C? Answer correctly and your text is entered in the draw. Prizes are posted within 10 days, and kids, ask your parents for permission first. We have a new leader on the points table, but look, by just one solitary point. Bay of Plenty ahead of Hawke's Bay, Taranaki, Hawke's Bay and Auckland still all very much in the hunt.
Next week, we've got one of the premier events. We've got the Iron Woman.
That's right, Corey. I'm so excited. This event is great, and it could change those upper 2 positions as well. Got the likes of Nikki Cox, who will be defending that title from last year. Johanna O'Connor from the Bay of Plenty. Now, she's an excellent swimmer, and in these conditions, that swim can make or break the race. We've also got Maddie Boone, a young 17-year-old from Gisborne. We've actually got her trainer right here, Corey.
Yeah, no, I do. I coach Maddie. She's a great young athlete. She's only 17 years old. She's been trying to knock off Nikki and Johanna all year, so she'll be out gunning for those guys, and I can't wait to see it.